They say the quietest revenge is the most devastating, not because it's loud, not because it makes headlines, but because the person who wronged you never sees it coming, and by the time they realize what happened, it's already too late. My name is Layla, and for 4 years, I trusted someone I called my best friend. Her name was Nadia. We met in college, both of us struggling, both of us dreaming. I helped her when her rent was overdue. I stayed up until 3 a.m. helping her study for exams she would have failed without me. I was there when her father passed away, when her boyfriend left her, when she had nothing and no one. I gave her everything a real friend could give: my time, my tears, my secrets. And for a while, it felt equal. It felt real. But somewhere between my success and her envy, something shifted, and I was the last one to notice. 2 years ago, I started a small online business. It wasn't grand, just handmade jewelry I designed myself, but it was mine. Every piece carried a part of my soul. I poured everything into it: my savings, my sleep, my heart. And slowly it started to grow. Clients came, orders multiplied. My little shop became something beautiful. Nadia was always close by. She offered to help with packaging, with social media, with ideas. I was grateful. I told her everything: my supplier's name, my pricing strategy, my most loyal customers, my future plans. I held nothing back, because that's what you do with your best friend, right? I remember one evening, we sat together on my kitchen floor, surrounded by boxes and ribbon and bubble wrap. She laughed and said, "Layla, you've built something incredible. I'm so proud of you." I smiled and told her I couldn't have done it without her. What I didn't know that evening, what I couldn't even imagine, was that while I was wrapping packages and dreaming of the future, Nadia was quietly building a plan of her own, a plan designed to destroy me. It started with a strange message from one of my most loyal customers, a woman named Sarah, who had ordered from me 6 times in 1 year. "Layla, I ordered from your shop last week, but the packaging looks different, and the prices dropped. Did something change?" I stared at the message for a long time. My prices hadn't changed. My packaging hadn't changed. I hadn't sent an order to Sarah that week. A cold feeling settled in my chest. Sarah sent me a link, and when I clicked it, the world underneath my feet cracked open. There it was, a shop, selling jewelry that looked almost exactly like mine. Same designs, same aesthetic, same style. Different name. And the shop owner's profile picture? Hidden. But the bio read, "Handcrafted with love. Every piece tells a story." Those were my words. I had written them on my very first product listing. My hands were shaking as I scrolled through the page. And then I saw it. A review from one of my own customers. A customer I had built a relationship with over 2 years. A customer who now thought she was buying from me. I dug deeper. I checked the supplier connection. I recognized the wholesale source, the same one I had whispered to Nadia over coffee one quiet afternoon, trusting her completely. It was her. It had to be her. I called her that night. She picked up on the second ring, her voice warm and casual as ever. "Hey, what's up?" I couldn't even speak at first. I just sat there in the dark of my room, holding the phone, feeling something inside me quietly shatter. When I finally found my voice, I asked her directly. She denied everything. She laughed it off. She said I was being paranoid, that I was letting stress get to me. She even said, "Layla, how could you think that after everything I've done for you?" And that was the moment something in me went completely still. Not angry, not crying, just still. Because I realized she wasn't just stealing my business. She was stealing my trust, my customers, my vision, and then looking me in the eyes and smiling. I didn't argue. I didn't scream. I didn't tell her what I knew. I just said quietly, "You're right. I'm probably just tired." And then I hung up, and I started planning. Because from that night forward, my revenge would not be loud. It would not be a confrontation she could prepare for. It would be slow. It would be precise, and she would never see it coming. The first thing I did was contact my supplier and sign an exclusive agreement, something I had never thought to formalize before. Then I quietly reached out to every one of my loyal customers, one by one, with a personal message and a small thank you gift. I told them my shop was evolving. I told them to watch for something new. Then I rebranded. New name, new packaging, a watermark on every design, a legal trademark filed within the week. I documented everything: the copied listings, the stolen supplier, the customer reviews. I built a quiet, airtight case without ever tipping Nadia off. 3 weeks later, I reported the copycat shop for intellectual property theft. I submitted my documentation, and the shop, Nadia's shop, was taken down within 48 hours. She called me that night, frantic. "Lila, my shop got suspended. I don't know what happened. Can you help me?" I let the silence sit for a moment, and then I said very gently, "I'm sorry to hear that, Nadia. I hope you figure it out." And I hung up. She never knew it was me. She never connected the dots. She spent weeks trying to rebuild something that no longer had a foundation, while my business, rebranded and protected, grew stronger than it had ever been before. Within 6 months, I had 3 times the customers I started with, a team, a real presence, and not a single piece of my work left unprotected. I never confronted Nadia. I never sent an angry message. I never told our mutual friends what she did. I simply removed her from my life, quietly, completely, permanently. And here is what I learned from all of it. Betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes wrapped in 4 years of friendship, late-night conversations, and a smile you trusted completely. And when that happens, you don't have to explode. You don't have to beg for an apology you'll never receive. You just have to build, protect what is yours, and trust that the truth, patient and silent, will always find its way to the surface. My revenge wasn't loud, but it was complete, and she never saw it coming.